Hello, people. The reason I'm not showing you my face is twofold. First of all, this face, as you can see, is much more epic. It's George's face. And those are the winners who will get 25,000 diamonds. The correct answer was 21 clones, evil clones of George, are in have invaded our village. So Alejandro Snyder, hi George, by the way.
Hello.
Say hi to people.
Hello. People.
Jean,
I am just coming out from the void, my face on the screen.
Ruben Tarin, Bogdan Peleski, Petrovic, Daniel, Zlatomir Peshev, Tomislav Pashkvan, and Katerina Anatolievna, Ahmad Fuat, and Georgi Ivanov Georgiev are the winners. So that was it. Did you like the contest, George?
I almost asked for monetary compensations for the use of my face, but because I'm a good person, I decided not to.
I received some very good feedback about your face, by the way.
Really?
Yes, some certain female fans of our show said you were cute. And,
okay.
And
nothing new, but
yes,
glad to hear.
And they specifically asked that your evil clone in the tavern should ask them out on a drink.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, George. I hope that person is watching us, by the way. So, without any more further ado,
get that face away from the screen.
Yes, get that face away from the screen. Let me just start with the news that the next Ultra Blitz realm, though that's us.
Yeah.
Hi guys, nice to have you here.
Oh, we can't see all the comments.
Yes, I don't know why.
I don't know why.
By the way, just like this. Yes. The next Ultra Blitz realm will begin in soon.
Yeah.
As you can see, we
TM.
We even have a clock. Jesus Christ, we are so epic. By the way. Yeah.
I think clocks everywhere.
I think our clock is way better. By the way, do you?
Oh, you kept the. All right, I guess that's fine. The banner for the stream, it still says official launch, but never mind. Shit. Let's just change that very quickly with the power of live editing. And now you change it to the same thing, guys. This is amazing. Now expect the banner from the World Cup 2016.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay,
yeah.
Ultra Blitz Era 1 winners. Jesus Christ, George. Everything that could break has broken, by the way.
There you go.
Also, we seem to be lost the ranking.
Yes, we don't have any ranking in the world, but I guess we can still say congratulations to Elite Warriors.
Yes, congratulations to Elite Warriors for their exemplary performance. By the way,
yeah.
Fun
fact.
Yes.
According to our statistics, this times 20 realm had twice as many attacks than usual.
Twice.
Yeah, twice as many attacks. So more wars, more personal battles.
Compared to which realm?
More competitive. Compared in general, like in general to the game. And for a normal like times 10 round, let's say, this had surprisingly twice as many attacks. So the speed, I guess, enabled people to be more reckless, maybe, to be more adventurous in their attacks. So they decided, I guess, to attack more because they can replenish their losses faster.
Ahmad Fuad asks, what about hooligans? What about them?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably asking us because we need to clarify what happened with the ranking when the era ended. We had some issues, some visual issues that we had to fix. Nothing important has happened. Nothing bad has happened. So you guys know the ranking and everything is fine.
Yeah, the final ranking is what happened.
Yes.
What was shown in the end of the era, basically.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we can't see all the.
I can't see all
comments,
the comments.
I think.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with Facebook.
Yes, something is definitely wrong today with everything. Yeah, just like that. I think we'll be fine. Pretty much. Yeah. Facebook doesn't cut the chat correctly. By the way, hi there guys. We had matched castles. Give back the medal to the hooligans.
Yeah, well, that's the tricky part, isn't it? When
yes.
when stuff messes up in the final ranking and suddenly people feel like they were tricked out of something.
Yes,
it's normal, I guess.
Yes.
To feel that way, but the final ranking as it is was basically final. I guess I don't know what we can say anymore.
Just say it, George.
What?
Just say what's on your mind.
No, I don't know. I think it's it's always tough when you've played for so long.
Yeah.
And you've been in a top place, and you feel like you deserve a lot. Like sadly, it's only 3 teams that we have right now as winners for medals, and everyone wants to be there. And there were more alliances that also wanted that, but you know.
Explain how the influence range is counted.
Well, it is counted based on the castles and so on. So
yeah. What exactly do you need us to explain, Shir Kumar? If you are more specific, we can oblige. So, George, how did the Ultra Blitz go?
I think it went pretty well.
Yeah.
It was pretty active. For the most part, even until the last moment, the competition it didn't dwindle down very fast and drastically.
Yeah, more than 3,000 players were active at the end of the era.
I think also the fact that the beginning of the era was a little bit. Even though it was times 20, the beginning was more tactical in the sense that you didn't have the huge boost of stuff we give you for the reset of the era, and you had to start out with a less, like you always start on an equal playing field in the beginning of the year, but right now people were surprised when they saw that they start with only like 2,000 resources of everything and no diamonds and nothing at all. So that was interesting to see people beginning to wonder if times 20 was actually giving them bigger results.
Yeah.
But as we saw later on, the resource sticks were crazy. So the income was very, very much bigger than that of times 10.
Dumi Secret says, give back the medal. Oh my god,
we're
going to get ripped apart on this.
Already.
Just give it to us, guys. Just give it to us. Oh my god, we are getting roasted by the angry mob. I think I'm gonna suicide.
I don't know what we can say to like it's. That's the ranking, guys.
That's the ranking,
that's
guys.
The ranking,
and it's final. Yes, William. He has some screenshot.
Some links.
Bronze medal in the World Ultra Blitz, Romania, 3rd place.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
the medal.
Yes.
I'm also constantly dropping my pen.
Yeah, they take 3D. Mitko. Yes, I'm here, Dumi. Just give it to us. Yeah, how they take 3. We had bronze medals. Yeah, I realized that you had bronze medal, but then that was an issue and we had to fix it.
Yeah, it was something with the way that the final scores were calculated. I'm not sure very specifically the technical aspects of it, but our programmers did do the best thing that they could for the overall like most accurate representation of the winners.
Yes, yes, that's an interesting question. How many money Youssef Sabri gave us for the medal?
No one gave us any money.
I wish, the better question is, how many money are you willing to take in order to lose your job, your life, your
this is the upgrade of the.
Yes, I don't think Youssef Sabri can buy us.
Because Matt said we can't open anything
because we love our job. By the way.
Also, tell us what we can't really tell us what.
Tell us what will be added in the next era. That's a good question, George.
Nothing new.
Are we planning anything? Just say it. Reveal your evil plans.
Nothing new will be added in terms of modules and functionality and whatnot. Also interesting that Juan Manuel, don't you think that minutes is okay for attacking other players, attack barbarians and NPC is too long? So you're saying that you want shorter times for attacking NPCs and barbarians?
The better question is, will there be any NPCs and barbarians at all if we shorten
if that's the case? Because you already know in some worlds, in some cases, by the time you attack a barbarian, they've already evaporated from the map. I guess it does speed up.
Oh my God, we have serious interest today about this controversy with the medals. What have we done, George? So, nothing. In only 11 days. What do you mean, Juan? Multiplier, 2,000 free diamonds. They probably mean that we only give 200,000 free diamonds.
They mean about the diamonds you get from the restart of an era, and also the multiplier that we have in some worlds. The multiplier will not be added in this next era, and you will also start with the amount of diamonds you see on the top right now, and the amount of resources. There's not going to be a boost of the reset of the era, just because basically, it's still an equal playing field, but just realize that everyone's times 20. So we don't want to make things too crazy and open up a lot of fast development early on. So the reset gift for restarting Kanira and playing again will not be effective for the next one. So you start with the same way you started in the previous one.
Julian Lutkano says, I will not play there. Come on, Julian. You said that you will not play the previous Ultra Blitz. I know you will. If you take 20 minutes to return for a barbarian, it takes too long. The day only lasts 11 days. Means you progress as fast as in 10 days, since it's 28 days.
That is true. Especially if you're playing very NPC oriented. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's a good point. By
the way, Juan, welcome to the chat. I discussed this with Juan several days ago. He had some interesting observations because he again played with Repapacito in the Ultra Blitz, and he had a valid point, and I promised him that I will raise this issue to you, and I raised this issue.
I mean, to be honest, the Ultra Blitz will start in 1 day and 23 hours, so that's a good point. If we decided it's something that we should fix and change, you might see it in 1 day and 23 hours, you know? I mean, I'm gonna I'm gonna talk with the people now after this, and we'll see what happens. Maybe that's a valid point, especially for the NPCs, because the expansion of your economy and everything does depend on the duration of the world. So if you only have 11 days, then that might make some sense. But we're gonna see if we can convince some other people, I guess, right? That's always the case. When we need to add something, there's always pluses and minuses, and everyone has their valid arguments for this and that, and we decide to figure out what's the best alternative in general.
Yeah. No, Juan, that's not why you are here. We know that you are here because you want to brag.
Yeah.
So by all means, tell us, share your experience with us for the Ultra Blitz, Juan. I know that you did good. Well, semi good.
Yeah, people are saying that it's the multiplier and the returning diamonds from the era will bring back more players. Will bring more players to play. I don't know. For this reset, for the second reset of the ×20, we decided that adding the reset reward would be a bit too much when you have ×20 already. But we might change that later on, I don't know. But right now I think we're certain that this will not be in the game. So no multiplier, no reward for the reset of an era.
Do you want to give me your pen?
No, I like to toss it.
Just asking.
And
just
lose
asking.
It on the ground sometimes.
Just asking.
I mean, we could create a bow. That's right. Yeah.
Always not as good.
Not as good as we aimed. All right.
What did you aim for?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, you aimed for total domination or something.
Domination. Yeah.
Yeah. So, George, who was the big winner and who was the big loser of this tournament? Were there any losers?
I don't know. If you've had fun playing,
for example, the people who did not adapt to but judging from the numbers,
I don't think you need to adapt that much to ×20. Yeah, I mean, the thing you gotta adapt, I guess, is I don't know, like you gain resources too fast and you can do stuff faster. There's not a big tactical difference, let's say. Not necessarily, in the it's just a different style of play. You know, it's you gain more, and as we saw with the more attacks that were happening, you fight more, and you're willing to risk more.
And you're willing to risk more. Oh my God, we are getting spam with this. Yeah, that's a screenshot of the wrong message. Yes, we know. Yeah. We fixed it. It was an issue, a technical issue.
It was not supposed to be sent out, right?
Yes, it was not supposed to be sent out.
Yeah, we did see the images. We did see them. Yeah, we are aware of the issue that happened. But
we see it plenty of times, Ahmad. Yes, we see it. Yeah. Regular player doesn't have chance to play. You mean in this Ultra Blitz? Okay, how would you answer to that comment, George? What do you mean by the regular player? I mean, this is
I guess by regular player they mean that someone who doesn't spend diamonds, right?
Yes, the regular player.
Just keep in mind that alliances are with 50 people, you know.
Yeah.
And you can always gain the benefits of those who are more advanced than you in their development. And we are seeing that people like players of all types of development. We see players with huge network points in alliances in 10th place, and people with the same development in alliances in 1st place. So I guess in that sense, you can be a regular player and be first.
Let me just answer that question about from Julian Lutkanov. Do you like the numbers at the end of the era? Let me just tell you, Julian, that 3,000 active people at the end of the era is the biggest number of active players we had in any of our realms, in any of our tournaments in the history of Imperial Online so far. So more than 3,000 active players at the end of a era is a pretty good number from our perspective. Believe me, it exceeded all of our expectations.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's also the case that it was a first, you know.
Yes,
it's the first times 20 rem, so I guess
it's a first.
Normal.
It's normal to be bumpy. It's normal for us to probably oversee something. There are so many things that you have to watch, like this issue that could happen. That is something we could not predict. Sometimes, no matter how long you test stuff and how long you check things, there's always something in this complex and huge game that we are only people. We are only humans. We don't have AIs to perform our testing yet.
Julian is asking about the net and the military points. To be honest, I expected bigger net for points. Maybe because I'm expecting those kinds of anomalies from the tournaments we're having, you know, the Olympics, the Nomads, the World Cups, and so on. But we didn't have crazy amounts of network points, I would say, for a times 20 round. You know. Would you consider taking the body infirmary away and get back to the recovery systems?
As you are planning for Master
not
1
for this era, not for this server right now. I mean, I think it's safe to say that the infirmary is a part of the game now.
Yeah.
We are making experiments here and there, as you said, as we are planning for the Master 1 reset. But in general, we're not wanting to remove the infirmary in any way from the game.
Let me ask you a question, Juan. Would you rather have another option for troop recovery or not? Why?
So you're saying that you prefer the old system, are you?
Yeah.
Where it's automatic during the battle and you have the
why would you not
from there?
Why would you not want to have an additional option to recover troops?
I mean, we've had plenty of opinions definitely from players about the infirmary.
Yeah, and it's still by choice. We do not force people to go to infirmary and to recover troops.
Oh, you kind of have to, I guess. Otherwise, you're a bit of a fool, right?
Yes.
If you don't recover your army.
Okay. That's not what I meant. Yes, that's not what I meant.
We don't force you guys, but you really should use the infirmary because.
Please. Yes. The guy on the right looks DJ White Nose. Who's right? You're right. My right. It's me, White Nose. What?
I think if you're watching the stream, you're on the right?
Yes. So DJ White.
What is that?
What the hell is DJ? Let me just because I honestly don't. Am I that old?
Are you?
DJ White Nose. Oh my god. Okay.
Imagine if that's some. No, that's no one. Some DJ.
DJ, yeah.
I don't know.
I'll
maybe
check
it's
him.
a typo, Mitko. Maybe it's a typo.
Yeah. Okay. You are biased administrator. Why are you not talking about two missing mansions? Mansions?
Castles.
The two missing castles. Yeah. We do not talk about the two missing castles because we already told you that it was a technical issue that we fixed.
Yeah.
It's not it was not a part of the gameplay, and it was not intended to happen like this. I don't know how else would I put this, by the way.
Yeah. I really wish we could expand the comments because Juan is saying something about the infirmary and I can't understand.
I don't mind the infirmary with this method you lose. Yes, we can.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ, George, you are epic.
A technical god.
Yes. Oh my god, you know how to do stuff.
I don't mind the infirmary, but with this method you use more troops here and you cannot destroy a full army of the enemy. Once you kill a little bit, everything goes to the infirmary. So your issue was that you can recover more and the opponent, you can't really punish the opponent as much as you could before.
Juan. Okay, Juan. Let me again ask you a question.
That's a valid point, and that's something that can be played around with the percents of the allowed free and the allowed with diamonds. You know? So we could look into that definitely.
Juan, but what about if you are on the receiving end? If your army gets destroyed, your entire army gets destroyed, how would you feel about keep playing?
I guess
the game, because some guy with ×2 network points came and he rolled over.
That's always the case, but then again, you also want to have a negative aspect of losing. You know, you don't want to be unpunished.
Of course, you don't want to be unpunished. Of course, you.
Yeah.
But as we receive as many feedback by victims in this game compared to the feedback we received by aggressors. This argument and this debate will never end in our game. Yes, sometimes it's not fair, sometimes it's fair, but Juan, would you rather have more people to play with or against than have a realm in which 100 people destroy the entire population, and then you come here again and you whine to us that the realm is empty? You cannot please everyone.
Yeah, Ahmad is still saying, like, we've looked at the picture.
Oh my God, Ahmad, we looked at the picture. Jesus.
The issue here is that those notifications and those taking over the castles, like everything in our game works with timers, I guess, right? So everything functions in some point in time in the game and gets validated and gets refreshed and so on. So the timing sometimes can be such that you receive something that you shouldn't receive, or something gets activated that shouldn't be activated, you know. And if it's a matter of seconds, milliseconds in the end of an era, then nasty stuff like that can happen. We did see where the cause was, and we are pretty sure that that won't be the case. That won't happen for the next era. If the same scenario happens, you won't have that same misunderstanding, hopefully, because it was something that it's something that's always, like, we always see things like that. It can happen at some point in time, and we did the best that we can to do what was the most like the best, the most determined by the rules of the game. The final ranking is that what it is, but for those cases when different timers kind of overlap and stuff happens like that, we did see when that can happen again, and perhaps it will happen next time, hopefully, yeah.
Because we have 48 hours before this next time.
Yeah.
By the way, yes, guys, the only thing we can promise you that we will do everything in our powers to not allow such things to happen. I know how sensitive.
The issue is that you got notified for something. You thought that you got something.
Actually
you didn't.
That's the thing I hate the most in my job. It's the only thing. And it usually happens on such big occasions when we have to get involved in.
I mean, the ideal case is that
we are just observers. We just leave the players play, and we just observe, root, watch, and comment. But sometimes see at the end of the day, we are always on the receiving end. Because it's our fault, but it's something that
it's always our fault, and that's normal. Yeah.
It's something that we honestly could not predict that would happen, by the way.
Yeah.
So we apologize to everyone who feel betrayed, screwed. Yeah. Yes, screwed is the honest word.
Yeah. We should just for the walls, we should like Julian's comment.
Yes, okay. I will not play the next era there to like this comment if it's not hate. Okay.
No, don't like it.
Okay, Julian, if I like your comment, will you play? Just answer.
If we like the comment.
Yes, we will like your comment. Yes.
And then the whole company just evaporates. We don't play the game, so we don't support it, and nothing happens. You know.
Okay, George.
Yeah.
What do you expect from the next era?
I don't know. Always, you ask me, what do I expect?
Yes.
And I always say that you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, let's hope that this
of
crap doesn't happen.
Yeah, I hope this kind of crap doesn't happen. I hope we have the same amount of aggression between players, a lot of attacks, a lot of competition, a lot of close competition. Perhaps maybe more alliances that are in the competitive spots. It would be amazing if the top 10 is very close and not only 3 or 4 or 5 teams. That's always a goal that we have.
Yes.
So the power is distributed more equally.
Yeah.
But it should be, in terms of field, it should be pretty much the same era.
Yeah, and we expect again to break our records of active players. I see. Jesus Christ.
Julian will play if you like it.
I will play if you like that comment. That's so tempting, but no, I know that you will play, Julian. You just love us too much. I know. I wonder where. By the way, George. Despite all the heat, I was kind of hoping that your fans who think that you're cute will show up today. It was very. Oh my God! Should I search it and show it to the people?
It's fine.
No,
that's fine.
Okay, come on, George. It was so cute. What do you think about the performance of the 3 first alliances in general? That's a good question.
Castles did start getting taken pretty early on.
Yeah.
In the world, I would say.
Having 3 alliances compete for the first place is nothing less than amazing.
Yeah, it's nice.
You have 150 people fighting for the first place. It was very close. It was very tense. We had some of the most. No, just leave the pen alone, okay?
No.
Jesus Christ. It was amazing, as you know, guys. We are huge fans. We had a lot of good players in this competition. A lot of diverse players. Yeah. Also from many different countries, which is even better. I hope. I actually was thinking about that we would see 2 or 3 nations at most in these alliances, but we saw all kinds of names and all kinds of people, even new ones, by the way. Yeah. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. There must be
a famous Bulgarian person says.
Yeah. Sometimes you win. There must be winners, then there must be losers, but I think that everyone won in this Era 1 because it was a good pretty good start.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm happy, except for the end, for which we will be punished, and believe me that we don't feel good as well. So, guys, good luck in the next Ultra Blitz Era 2. Let's hope that someone will challenge Elite Warriors. That's if they play.
If the same teams are formed, I would be happy to see different alliances formed. And I would expect that as well. Yeah. At least from the alliances out of top 3 or top 5. Because it's the beginning of an era, a new server, it's a completely fresh start. There's a whole bunch of players connecting. that might not be accustomed to playing together. We saw some alliances that were with friends, some alliances that were with people that didn't know each other, and some worked out, some didn't. So I think after 1 year has happened, then alliances will be shifted a bit in the second year.
Yeah. Rado David Orsario asks how much money spent on diamonds. Well, that's first of all, that's private information. We cannot reveal our financial stuff because we do not want to lose our heads. Second of all, if we have Era 2 of the Ultra Blitz, that means that enough money was spent to support this realm.
Yeah,
that's the honest answer.
I guess.
And that should be sufficient.
I mean, that's always, obviously that's not always the thing that drives every feature in the game, because
of course it's not.
Sometimes we realize that even if something is not profitable or used that much in the beginning, it adds enough gameplay value that in time it would be profitable, in the sense that more players will play. That's the most important thing, I think. More players playing.
Yes, the most precious resource, the most precious resource that players pay us is their time, not their money.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't understand this, by the way. So your time invested in this game is much appreciated. So that's the most important thing for us.
Yeah.
So George, shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, we should wrap it up. I guess you have a question from Juan.
Okay, Juan. Jesus Christ, go away, go see your kid. God damn it. One more thing, Mitko. Could you consider accumulated influence points like in World Cup? Would we consider accumulated points like in the World Cup? Okay,
no
Juan, no comment, but we should write it down. Just George, write it down. Accumulated points. Okay. Can we do it or not?
I'm writing down.
So we will ask the management.
Better not show my secret notes from the meeting we just had.
That's your poetry there. You secretly write poems. Just admit it. Yes. The fault isn't Mitko's and George's. They aren't the main designers of the game. That's only for me because George is a designer and he comes up with all these
not all, but some
cool things that you guys see in the game. Well, not all of them. Some of them. A lot of them. Let me just tell you that a lot of George's ideas just get scratched.
Yeah.
And he's very sad.
Because I want crazy stuff and no one wants crazy stuff.
And then he's very sad and he goes to cry in the corner or listens to really bad music. But then he comes up. That's George.
Wait, I gotta refresh my English right now. Because someone is asking if we are considering introducing some maritime mechanics to the game.
Maritime. See,
maritime. All right.
Naval stuff.
Yes.
Have we considered to introduce ships in the game? Okay, Yes, we have considered, but let me just answer you like this because I'm competent on this matter.
Right.
I've been working here.
I'm gonna move away.
Sorry. So I've been working in my 10 years experience. We have come up with all kinds of crazy stuff about how our game should look. And we have considered that the medieval times were not only ground battles, there were ships, there were massive naval battles, etc. But when you sit down and when you have to balance let's say your battle mechanics in a certain game, for example, why does StarCraft have only 3 nations? because the more type of military units you put into the mechanics and into the engine, the less options you have to actually really balance these units.
I guess what you're saying is it's more difficult, right?
Yes. So we would rather have an engine, a battle engine, that is logical and historically accurate enough just for ground troops, instead of having an engine with all kinds of battles we could not possibly balance.
And I guess the point is that once a game has been thought out with some core design,
you have to think about how to.
When you try and add stuff that sounds amazing but actually adds so much to the game that makes it a little bit more too different, maybe. I mean, it's always maritime stuff will be great. It will add a lot of depth. It will add a lot of variation. It will be great for the game. But this is being new stuff. When you add so much new stuff constantly, sadly, it becomes more difficult to add more stuff. Like that big stuff, like massive stuff, like changing the battle in the game is not. It's not an easy task. So it's once again, it's weighing the pros and cons, and there are more cons than pros for adding something like this to the game right now. In terms of development time, efforts compared to what it would add to the game.
Dejan Mijalkovic, Mitko need a boyfriend. I have wife and child, by the way. Thank you.
Doesn't stop you from having a boyfriend. Just saying.
Get out. Just. Yes, that's a nice end to our live stream. No matter if you have a wife and child, you could always have a boyfriend as well. George, that's George words.
I don't want to be remembered with those words.
Thank you, guys.
Delete this recording from the internet.
You're good. You're good, George. You're a genius.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye guys. See you next time. Jesus Christ.